the recognized Demon Lord. Before the Great Tenma War, all of the 12 Guardian Generals of Rimuru's army are evolved into true Demon Lord. The first to become a member was VELDANAVA'S daughter, Milim Nava. Don't let her concealed form trick you though. She's actually a dragonoid, strong enough to tear several worlds apart. She was born 2 millennia ago as a dragon-human hybrid and was actually the princess of Nazca, which is now known as the Eastern Empire, the world's greatest militaristic force until it was stopped by Tempest. But that's a long time away from Milim's birth, who lived a relatively happy life. That is until her parents passed away, leaving Milim with just her sibling, Gaia. But even that wouldn't last, as elves from Soma invaded Milim's home, wanting to use her power for themselves, which caused Gaia to sacrifice itself for Milim's sake. And in a fit of rage and grief, Milim began to lose her sanity. She made her way to the kingdom of elves and destroyed everything and everyone in sight. Having killed hundreds of thousands, she activated the Harvest Festival, completing her ascension into a true demon lord. Also, even among true demon lords, there is actually a hierarchy where people who only consume 10,000 souls are considerably weaker than ones who consumed more right before the Harvest Festival. But once the festival is over, you don't gain more power the more people you kill. Well, until Rimuru. Bro got hacks.
Cheating karta hai tu.
There are only 3 known people of this awakened true demon lord class: Guy, Milim, and Rimuru. During this process, Milim also brought Gaia back to life, but it was corrupted by her anger, becoming a chaos dragon, who began to terrorize the city under their siblings' orders. Milim was so destructive that Guy Crimson had to step in to prevent her from destroying the entire cardinal world. The battle would last 7 days and 7 nights, only ending once Ramiris stepped in and managed to pacify Milim's rage at the cost of her purity. After realizing what she had done, Milim was filled with sadness, sealing Gaia away to prevent it from causing any more harm. It's here where Guy, Ramiris, and Milim come together to officially form the Demon Lord Council. And in an attempt to reconcile with her past action, Milim began to help as many people as possible, like protecting the dragon youths. Eventually, Milim became bored of the world, with her early days growing into a blur and really only finding satisfaction after beating strong opponents, which is when Rimuru came into play. And now, they're BFFs. In fact, like by dragon standards, she's like barely 10, even though she's over 2,000 years old. Which means that her strength will only continue to grow. Like her EP is already at 60 million at a minimum. That's a minimum, bruh. This puts her in the realm of the true dragons like Velgrund and Velzer. So as time passes, she will become an even greater force of nature, probably the strongest in the universe if Rimuru didn't exist in the future. Her strength is only further validated by her insane arsenal of magic, including Star King magic, which she inherited from her father, the creator VELDANAVA. This grants her the abilities of one of the original creations, accessing black flames, lightning, and even create destruction at will, which is kind of like a Kai, if you ask me. On top of that, she has access to an ultimate skill, being one of the 7 sin skills, Sataniel or Lord of Wrath. Also, from last video, I know I said 14 angelic skills. I'm sorry, I misread the script. Alright guys, I'm sorry, forgive me. Like half of the comments are correcting me. I'm sorry. Anyway, Sataniel grants Milim 2 abilities. The first being Magicule Breeder Reactor, which is fueled by Milim's rage and Magicules. While using this power, Milim essentially takes Magicules from her surrounding area and mixes them with her own. Basically, it's kind of like nuclear fusion. As a result, her energy increases dramatically, and no matter the consumption, it won't decrease. This is how Milim is able to fight practically forever, and even made the insect lord Zalanis in the last light novel volume fear her. The second ability is Stampede, which is a self-defense mechanism where Milim is taken over by her wrath, destroying everything in her wake. The latest display of Stampede comes in volume 20 of the light novel, which was only quelled when Guy and Rimuru both needed to step in to stop her from basically one-shotting the entire kingdom of Thalion.